an act of pure confusion, mystery and despair. I want everyone to give a big round of applause for Kris Monger! Hey everybody, my name is Kris Monger. You guys having a good time tonight? You guys having fun? You guys feeling healthy? Well, I'm not feeling so great. Doctor told me recently that I have a heart murmur, so I thought I should write some stand-up jokes about it. That way, if I die from it, people can say, you know, he was really brave. He went up there, he made a lot of jokes about it. He wasn't scared. So this is what I've come up with. Hey, what's so funny about having a heart murmur? At least it's better than having a heart mumble. Why do they even call them heart murmurs? What, are healthy hearts out there talking? Why God give me a heart murmur? I'll share the song about it. It goes a little something like this. I want to live through the morning light. And I want to live cause it feels alright. And I want to live through that cold dark night. And I want to live a good long life. So, my heart murmur stuff. So I went number 2 on the clock in my living room. That way everyone can have a crappy time. Just me or his whooping cough sound like a lot of fun. What the asexual shut-in hermit's personal ad reads: local weirdo seeks nobody. I was watching DVDs with my friend the other day. They're shiny and they're round and they sit still. To be honest, I don't know what's so great about watching them. Sorry. I've been trying to quit smoking. It's actually a big mess. My heart's going kind of crazy without nicotine right now. I'm actually pretty scared. And I've been quitting smoking. I've been smoking since I was 19. I'm 27. And everything in my life is intertwined with smoking. Like if I'm walking around, or if I'm driving, or if I'm at work, and before I go to sleep, and when I wake up, and after sex, and before I eat, and then after I eat, and if I'm stressed out, and like if I'm having a hangover, or if I'm drinking coffee, or if I'm drinking beer, or hanging out with friends and it's sunny outside, you know? It's nice. And so I'm trying to quit smoking. That's a lot of stuff to be smoking all the time, so it's pretty hard. And you know, smokers, that's the hardest thing you ever have to do in your life. You're making a conscious decision to be a square. And that is really, really hard. So while I was trying to quit smoking, this past week, I've been eating a lot of yogurt. I noticed I was replacing cigarette smoking with yogurt, which was pretty embarrassing. Like, went from being a cool smoker to eating yogurt. And I was reading the yogurt side of the container, and it said 4 servings per tub, family-sized serving. So not only was I eating a family-sized amount, it was calling it a tub of yogurt. And I was standing in front of my full-length mirror in my apartment in my boxers eating the yogurt, and I was going, oh, I'm gonna live forever. I don't smoke anymore. And my girlfriend saw me doing this. She was like, that's great. You eat yogurt and you don't smoke anymore? It's fantastic. She was like, you know, just don't let people see you doing it. So I had nothing to be embarrassed about. Just an embarrassing habit I picked up. Tried reading the side of the container to see how healthy this was for me. I don't understand those stupid nutrition labels at all. It should just be a frowny face, smiley face system. Get the point across a lot faster. That's all I want to know anyway. I don't think anyone would read those stupid things. I can imagine you're 2050, like junior space cadet, like finds an old nutrition label and his captain's like, hey, what you got there, little Johnny? Oh, that's an ancient nutrition label for the simple frowny face, smiley face system. But I don't think anyone could read it except yuppies in the 90s sure like pretend they could. Yeah, no one can. So, basically I don't like nutrition labels and I don't like yogurt. And I had a little spoon in my book bag and a little tiny cup of yogurt in the cup holder in my car. And I didn't think to get way out of hand. And, you know, if you're a guy and you smoke, it's pretty hard to meet a girl that doesn't smoke that's cool with it. Like, they like, you know, you smoke, but that's okay, I'm cool with it. It's pretty hard to find. But I feel really bad for guys that are on something crazy like meth. This It's probably really hard to find a girl that's cool with that. But she's sitting beside you on the couch, they're beautiful, like, drug-free face, you're pulling your meth out of the couch cushion, like, I've been meaning to tell you, I do meth. She's like, oh, I know it's bad for you, but I don't mind if you do it. Oh, really? Oh, well, I don't do it all the time, just on the weekends, I'm just trying to relax, it's Friday. And not just meth or cigarettes, it'd be hard to find a girl that's cool with the yogurt thing, Sit next to a girl on the couch, and I'm like kind of antsy, and she's like, you seem a little fidgety, you want to go outside and have some yogurt, don't you? Like, yeah, I kind of do. You mind if we pause the movie? Or actually, no, you don't have to pause it. I'll eat some yogurt right here so we can keep watching it. Like, well, aren't you worried about your apartment smelling like yogurt? Like, no, it's just the one time. As long as it doesn't bother you, it's just wrong. It's good. It tastes like vanilla. That's me eating yogurt. Hey, if you're a woman and you're pregnant and you're worried about your pregnancy and you smoke, and you're like, what's going to happen to my unborn child if I keep smoking? What's going to happen to him or her? Well, I got great news for you. The science and the research is false. I had a neighbor. She smoked every day during her pregnancy. She smoked every single day. And my mom called me recently to let me know that the neighbor's child was a stillborn. So, I've got to see the little types, but I'm glad to know he's alive and well. Another thing, you think you gotta breastfeed? You think that's so important? That's not important at all. My mom didn't breastfeed me my whole time while I was being a baby. And she was just going to Exxon, and she bought powdered Similac milk in a can for $2.99 in 1986. You just mix some of that sand up with some warm tap water, set me up with a pillow so I can watch Tiny Toons while she goes to Burlington Coat Factory. It's just that easy. Doctors and pediatricians didn't think I'd live past 6, but I showed them I'm fine. Doctors told me recently my zinc levels have only gone down to a nearly life-threatening level, so I'm one healthy horse. Another thing, you're afraid of having a C-section? Stop your complaining. They're going to slice your stomach open and staple it back shut. They got to get that thing out of some hole. Another thing, you're full of postpartum depression? Well, cheer up. You got a fun, dependent baby to take up all your time and energy, you gloomy Gus. If you find out you're going to be a dad, you got 9 months to stop saying remote control and start saying clicker. So you can go, where's the clicker? It was just here. That's what Dad said. I got something I want to tell you guys about. There's a fun trick you can do. Hey, what do you mean? This is a fun thing to trick people? I love doing it. I'm sure you will too. I know inside this room is a lot of 20-something, and I am too, and a lot of 20-somethings, we live in temporary housing. And when you live in temporary housing, when you move out, something that's really funny is make a duplicate of the key, and then like months later, put it in an envelope and just write forgiveness on it in cursive, with a period at the end, and leave it on your old door, and then just leave. And the new tenant's gonna find it, be like, forgiveness, what the hell is this? There's gonna be a key in it, it's gonna open the door. Like, what the hell is this? And that can only be loosely defined as harassment. At least that's what my lawyer keeps telling me. So I highly recommend it. It's a real fun hoot. Another thing, hitchhiking. Hitchhiking's really dangerous. So you should always show the driver you got a gun, so he knows you play it safe. I've been eating a lot of Flintstones vitamins lately. I've been eating these Flintstones vitamins. I went to my doctor and I said, Doc, I've been eating all these Flintstones vitamins. And he said, Chris, you're taking way too many Flintstones vitamins. You're killing yourself. You're addicted to these things. You gotta stop. Wait, that wasn't it. Oxycontin. I'm addicted to Oxycontin and I have APD. But I'm not trying to be a hypochondriac about this. I'm just gonna let nature, run its course. Every time I eat at Chick-fil-A, I can't help it, but I think about gay sex. What did the woman say about the one-armed Casanova? She said, I'm telling you, Shell, when we left the restaurant, it was like he had two hands. I gotta say, I got props. So my lamp keeps falling over. Turns out I messed up and bought heavy balls. So I'm a little freaked out. A few months ago, I was up in the D.C. area. I was driving around. I didn't know it. Turns out I was driving around the HIV-2 lane. So I'm waiting on a couple of test results. This is my impression of Will Smith. Woo! This is my my impression of my dentist telling me his son's a magician. How's Patrick? Well, he's a magician. All right. That's that one. Hey, you guys ever watch Kris Explains It All when you were growing up? Or Winnie on the Wonder Years? Do you think those two girls were hot? Hey, you should go back and watch those shows now, and you're going to feel pretty weird about yourself. You know John Wayne, the great American cowboy, the Duke, the movie star? Everyone always thinks John Wayne's so great. Well, I was reading about him. Turns out Wayne was his middle name. His last name was Gacy. His full name was John Wayne Gacy, and he used to murder little boys dressed like a clown. And I used to kill him and hide him in crawl space and stuff. And it was horrible, you know. And this wasn't hard info to look up. I just read it online. I don't know why people always talk about how great he is. No one ever mentions the murder. Another thing, in the mid-90s, he changed his last name to Bobbitt, and his wife cut off his penis in Northern Virginia. No one ever mentions that either. Anyway, I'm going to make it my life's mission to drag his good name through the dirt and let everybody know that John Wayne was a child clown murdering dickless freak. So, that's that about